This is Miriam Slosberg, and I'm the owner of Miriam Reads Tarot. So, let's do an introduction to the tarot. What is the tarot? The tarot is a deck of 78 cards featuring illustrations that can be interpreted in various ways. The deck is divided into two sections, called the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. The Major Arcana features 21 trump cards, and the Minor Arcana are divided into 4 suits: the Wands, the Pentacles, the Cups, and the Swords. Each with cards featuring numbers 1 to 10, 1 being the Ace, as well as 4 court cards, which are the Page, Knight, Queen, and King. So what about the origin of the tarot? The oldest known tarot cards originated in the 15th century Italy. The tarot appears to have started life as a card game, and it was first restricted to the wealthy upper classes. Although, after the invention of the printing press, the cards became more widely available. Some writers have claimed, despite the apparent lack of evidence, that the imagery of the tarot cards suggests a more ancient origin, and have connected the tarot with such cultures and traditions as the ancient Egyptians and the mystical Hebrew Kabbalah. So what about the history? It was not till the 18th century that the cards became associated with the occult and mystical activities for which they are often known today. This began in 1781 when the Freemason Antoine Coeur de Gébelin made the claim in his work Le Monde Primitif that the tarot cards contained hidden meanings, which he associated with the ancient Egyptians, that could be used for divinatory purposes. Since then, other mystic and magical traditions, such as the Order of the Golden Dawn, have claimed that the tarot has ancient roots together with hidden wisdom to impart those seeking enlightenment. The tarot was especially popular among such groups in the 19th century. The tarot became more widely known with the publication of the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot in 1910. Arthur Edwards Waite was a Golden Dawn member, and his new deck, drawn by the artist Pamela Coleman Smith, images with occult symbolism were included in the numeric cards as well as the trump cards. This deck was very successful and actually still is quite popular today. And since then, hundreds, if not thousands, of diverse new decks have been published, with many enthusiasts creating their own, including myself. How is the tarot used? Okay, so the tarot has several distinct uses, including games. This was its original use, and still used for gaming purposes in some European countries. The other is psychology. Carl Jung was the first mainstream psychologist to attach meaning to the tarot cards when he associated them with the fundamental archetypes that he believed to reside in the collective human unconsciousness, or unconscious. Several therapeutic techniques involving the tarot have developed from his insight. Number 3, inspiration. Many artists and writers have produced works inspired by the tarot, including myself. And number 4, divination. Fortune telling is perhaps the most common use associated with the tarot. The images on the cards may help the person seeking the reading to tap into their own subconscious knowledge. Others believe that the cards themselves hold some kind of inherent divinatory power, which may be read by a skilled person. For this reason, handling of another person's cards is generally frowned upon in occult circles, as their energy could become contaminated. So how do you do a tarot reading? There's no set method for performing a divinatory tarot reading. However, there are several popular layouts or spreads, with perhaps the most well-known being the Celtic Cross, which I don't personally use, but this is usually the first method taught to beginners, although it's by no means the most simple. I personally don't like it. That's why I don't use it. I don't relate to it. And you don't have to use it if you are looking to read the tarot. You gotta go with what you feel comfortable with. So experienced tarot readers will often invent their own spreads with their own means of interpretation. So once the cards are selected by the person receiving the reading, the reader lays them out in a spread and analyzes them, taking into account the positions relative to each other and the symbolism of the individual cards and their position, whether it's upright or reversed. So, what are the meanings of the tarot cards? There's no single generally agreed upon interpretation of the tarot cards. They all have imagery of varying degrees of complexity, and the wide range of decks available makes the situation even more difficult. Nevertheless, there is a huge amount of writings available on the symbology of the tarot, and on the most basic level, the 22 major arcana cards are thought to represent the journey of the fool from ignorance to enlightenment. In addition, the minor arcana cards have their own symbolism. The numbers are most obviously associated with the numerology and the suits that are linked to the four elements, which swords equals air, cups equals water, wands equals fire, and pentacles equals earth. The tarot also has been linked to other mystical and occult systems, such as the I Ching, astrology, and the Kabbalah. So, let's talk about how you choose a deck. There's a huge range of tarot decks to choose from. You got the Symbolism-rich Rider-Waite deck, and that's a very, very popular one. You've got the Thoth deck. You've got the others that are like Le Monde Primitif. That's another one. There's just so many. You know what? The best thing you can do is you can go on Amazon and just look through decks. You can go to New Age shops. You can go to bookstores. You can go to Etsy. I mean, there are so many. And you want to find one that you resonate with, but you also don't want to end up getting one that's too difficult. So that's the thing. You've got to really use your intuition and find the one that you really connect with. So that's how you choose a deck. There really is no rule. It's all on you. You know what the right deck is when you see it. Okay. So, where do you start with tarot? So if you're interested in learning more about the tarot, you can go to MiriamReadsTarot.com and enroll in the free 7-day tarot course. That would be awesome, and see you there, and you will be very glad that you did. Take care.